stuck in quarantine. I have no toilet paper, I don't even have a snack. Hey, coronavirus, I want my life back.
What day is it? I've completely... It's like being on vacation, I guess, where you forget what day it is. It is Sunday. I had to look that up. Hope everybody is doing well. A little bit chilly outside, but a beautiful sunny day as it turns out. Did not start that way. I know we had some lightning in the area as well, so that sort of kept a lot of people indoors, inside. Well, that's good. That's good. Social distancing. We are headed into a very crucial week this week. We have now had social distancing of a sort for the last 2 weeks, 14 days, and that's the important time. So we're going to see how our efforts have been doing this coming week. So we just got to keep doing it. We got to keep doing it. I know it's a pain in the butt, but we got to keep doing it. Hello to everybody. Who's out there today? Who's out there? Hola. Evgenia. I hope I said that right. Good evening, Kevin, Shirley. Nice to see you back. There is sound. Is there sound? Someone was saying there's no sound. Is there sound? Hold on. Someone was just saying this. Oh, there's sound. Okay. All right. Yeah, my microphone was really loud yesterday, apparently, so I think I've managed to take care of the gain. I try not to touch any of the buttons, but there you go. Well, I have prepared something for you tonight that I hope will help out in your isolation and your social distancing and maybe make it a little bit better, a little bit easier. We are going to do a quiz today. It's called the ICU quiz. Yes, I made it up, and it's very unscientific. But it's called the ICU quiz, and that stands for Isolation Checkup. How are you doing in your isolation? What can you do better? There's 20 questions, so I will wait. Get yourself a piece of paper and a pen. Is there still such a thing as a pen in your house? I have a hard time finding pens and paper. Okay, grab a pen and paper. You're going to be scoring yourself. This is going to be out of 100 points. And the way it works is I'm going to give you a bunch of questions, and you're going to score 5 if you strongly agree with it, or, a ratio of 1 to 5. So the higher the score, the more you agree with these statements. Tell you what, let's just show you what it's like. Let us take the isolation checkup test. Let's start. First question. I woke up this morning and I had a good sleep. So once again, if you strongly agree, give yourself 5. Somewhat agree, 4. Sort of agree, 3. 2, not really. And 1, I really did not have a good sleep. That would score you a 1. So I'll let you score yourself on that one. Now, a poor sleep. I got this from the Good Night Sleep site, and someone from that site is going to be on here tomorrow. A poor sleep is bad for our physical and mental health, weakens our immune system. So we need a good sleep. So tomorrow we're going to be talking about how to get that good sleep. In fact, we're also going to be talking about, for you folks who are telling me that you're having nightmares as well. So we're going to deal with that. Okay, question number 2. I made my bed. It may not seem important, but it actually is. It'll speak to routine that we're going to be talking about a little later on. But did you make your bed today? If you did, or you do all the time, you strongly agree. All right, you strongly disagree if you haven't, or you never make your bed. Why do you make your bed, and why should it make you feel better? Well, there you go. Making your bed, it's an accomplishment. It sets a positive tone for the day. Getting into a made bed at night helps you a sleep time ritual and comfort as well. We're going to talk more about that. That's another question coming up about your sleep time. So making your bed actually is a good habit to get into every morning. All right, number 3. I got dressed today. Did you stay in your pajamas? Did you wear the same thing you've been wearing for the last few days? Well, getting dressed like you would any other day. Perhaps you don't have to dress as fancy as you do to head out to work or to school, but it's still important to get dressed every day because staying in your pajamas impacts your mood. It actually can keep you stuck in a rut. So did you get dressed today? And at the end, I want your comments on how you did on this test. Okay, Number 4. I enjoyed my coffee or tea and had a healthy breakfast. Now, when I say I enjoyed my coffee and tea, it means I do first thing every morning now is I have my coffee and I just sit back and I enjoy it. I just enjoy it. It gets the day started off. There's no rush to get the day going, right? So I enjoy my coffee, and then I have a healthy breakfast. I try and, some eggs, oatmeal. I put spinach in it. I don't know if you were with us earlier this week. I showed you I have a bunch of jars on my counter. There's walnuts in one jar and raisins in another and pumpkin seeds in another, and I pour that over the oatmeal. So a healthy breakfast. You've always heard how important a healthy breakfast is, right? Well, there's science behind this. Breakfast kickstarts your metabolism. It has been definitely linked to good health, better memory, and concentration. You know what it's like when you haven't had breakfast, right? And you have that foggy feeling pretty well for the rest of the day. So that is a really important meal. And like I said, I want you to enjoy your coffee as well. Here we go. This is going to be a tough one for some people. I exercised today and every day. I exercise. And, it goes without saying why that's important. It just goes without saying. But how much do we need to exercise, especially in isolation? And I know we get our exercise a lot during the week by going up and down stairs, walking down the street, things like that. Right now, we're very sedentary. We're sitting around, we're watching TV, we're not getting up very much, so it's more important than ever. Now, this is still a touchy subject. I go for a walk almost every day. I try to go out for at least an hour. Now, you can do this and still social distance. Don't go to some park that is full of people. Don't go. When I went to the waterfront, I went the other night and there was no one there. You want to stay far away from people. If you're passing them on the street, and you've seen this, if you're out in the street, just keep a distance. But getting in that walk, but how much do you need? The World Health Organization is suggesting you get 150 minutes of moderate exercise. So that's about 20 minutes a day, or 75 minutes of vigorous physical activity every week. So we're looking at at least 20 minutes a day. The goal for a lot of people, 10,000 steps. You may not even know, but you have a pedometer. If you have an iPhone, you have a pedometer on it. I'm not sure if the Androids have that kind of feature on there as well, but you have a pedometer on it so you can keep track. Try and do 10,000 steps a day. Let me see. I'm just going to look very quickly at some of the comments. Mike Dancy, bacon, eggs, and pancakes with a French pressed coffee, oranges on the side. Oh, when we're finished social distancing, I'm coming over to Mike's place. I'm going to have this list of questions. Yes, I have it all prepared. I'm gonna put it out later. Remember, this is very scientific. It was created by top researchers. Well, no, I put it together today. I did, but I put it together, using what I've learned in past shows and what I've learned about mental health. So a lot of this stuff is I think pretty bang on the money. Let's talk about health and food. During the day, I had healthy snacks and lunch. We talked this week with a nutritionist. Are you really hungry? You know how you're sitting down, you're watching TV, and I'll go grab something, you grab another snack and another snack and another snack. You have to ask yourself, am I really hungry? So what you can do is cut up some vegetables, get some hummus, cut up some fruit, stay away from the carbs with those snacks. Has anybody put on weight? Actually, you know what? That's a good question. And this might be a touchy question, but have you put on weight these last 2 weeks? I'd like to see that. I love my jammies, says Lori. Doesn't matter, Lori. Get out of your pajamas. Get dressed. And I want you to have a routine in the morning. Keep your pajamas for comfort and for at night. And you know what? For watching TV. So has anybody gained weight? Has anybody gained weight these past 2 weeks? I think I have. I have been really good at trying to take it off. I lost about 15 pounds in the last few weeks, and then I think I may be packing it bad on. Healthy eating is good for weight loss, heart health, and better mood. That goes without saying, and it doesn't matter pretty well where you get that from. We know that healthy eating is good for you, and it's good for your immune system. It is good for your immune system. Let's see. Yes, I've gained weight for sure, says Rhonda. I'm following the same schedule as before. A little less walking, from Janice. Pardon me. I just have to sniffle here. Hold on. all of a sudden it just got really dry in here. I had church in my house via Zoom, and I got dressed for that. That's great. Put on your Sunday go-to-meeting clothes today because it is Sunday. Yeah, Betty's gained 3 pounds. That's not bad. Marie says she's lost weight. How did you do that, Marie? And I hope it's not out of stress. I hope it's because you've been working out or exercising. I call it the COVID-19 pound weight gain compared to the freshman 15 in university from Mike. Yeah, my fridge says not you again from Betty. Okay, here is question number 7, and score yourself 1 to 5. 5 meaning you strongly agree. I learned something new today. I love this. I've always tried to learn something new every day. And in fact, at the end of the day, I like to look back and say, what did I learn today? Why should you do that, especially in isolation? Learning something new every day exercises our brain. It improves mood and makes us more confident. One suggestion, and this is a really good suggestion. I never knew it existed, but I'm going to do it. You can subscribe to Wikipedia. Wikipedia will send you a different article every day. So you want to find out, who invented elevators? When did they invent elevators? I find this fascinating. One thing every day, because you don't only just have to exercise your body, you have to exercise your mind. Jammies and chocolate every day, says Sharon. Sharon, you're not getting it. You're just not getting this right now. It sounds great, but, and it's nice for a little treat once in a while, right? But we may be in this longer, so we can't let this get ahead of us. Sadly, we've been sick and I've lost weight. I'm sure I'll find it again. I did not learn anything new today, says Nicole. Well, let me see. What can we teach Nicole? You know what? Teach Nicole something, everybody. Put something on here that maybe people don't know. Okay, here's something for you, Nicole. And now you can't say you didn't learn something. Why are men's shirts? Why are the buttons on the right-hand side when you're in the shirt, and ladies' shirts, the buttons are on the left side? All right. You're going to learn that in a little bit. I'll save the answer for later. That way you have to stick around. My mother always told my youngest to learn something new every day. She, even now at 23 years old, she asked her, what did she learn today? Thank you, Debbie. That's great. Okay, next question. Question number 8 of our isolation checkup. I accomplished a task today. A lot of people have been talking about they've been wallpapering and painting and finishing things. What have you done today to feel accomplished? And this is not only important for getting things done, it's important for keeping yourself busy, and it's important for your anxiety and your stress. Because one thing with anxiety and stress is you quite often have that anxious feeling because you haven't done anything. So this is why it's important. Having something to do and accomplishing tasks improves your mood and makes you happier. Okay, I found that on a LinkedIn article, but there are many, many articles that prove that having that and planning to do tasks. Elephants cannot jump, says Lori. Okay. Alexa, can elephants jump? I'm testing this, Lori.
Here's what I found on reference.com. Elephants cannot jump.
Elephants cannot jump.
Gaits such as the trot or gallop, in which all 4 feet are off the ground at some point.
Huh.
The fastest gait is similar to a running walk, and they can
you hear this?
speeds of 15 miles per hour for short distances.
Elephants, indeed, cannot jump. I like that. In fact, okay, format a new branding I'm going to be doing. Every day I'm going to teach you something new. Okay, every day on this broadcast at 7:00, we're going to learn something new together, and I'm going to learn something new as well in doing that. So I'm not just going to spout off the useless trivia that I tend to spout off all the time, if you know me. Lori's really good at trivia. She has the answer for why ladies' buttons are on the different side of the shirt. That's because in days of yore, when women were dressed, they were dressed by somebody else, and so they had the buttons on the right hand side. One sec, they had the buttons on the right hand side. Parker's showing me something. So for men, it was on the right-hand side, but when you were being dressed by a valet, the buttons would still be on the right-hand side. What was that one, Parker? I'm sorry. Which one? My Alexa answered at the same time. Okay. Okay. Alexa, hello. We'll say hello to all the Alexas.
Hi
There we go.
there. Have a wonderful evening.
Yeah, that's nice. Alexa just told us to have a wonderful evening. Let us move on to question number 9. How's your score going? I've been taking courses on LinkedIn. Oh, that's a good idea too. And there's lots of different courses out there. I limited my time watching the news and my news feeds about COVID-19. I cannot express how important this is to your well-being, to make you feel better, to help time pass better, to ease up on your anxiety and your stress. By all means, keep in touch with what's going on. Stay up to date with what's going on, but don't do it all day, and don't keep checking in. Maybe once for a few minutes in the morning, and then once in the evening. And then put filters on your social media. If you don't know how to do that, Winston C. is going to be joining me later on this week. He's going to show you how to do that. You don't want to know anything about COVID-19 on your social media, okay? You just don't. You don't want to keep passing it on. You don't want to, other than the fact that you just want to encourage people, right? So there's enough bad news. Don't subject yourself to it all day long. And here's a good reason. Negative TV news is a significant mood changer, and the moods it tends to produce are sadness and anxiety. Studies show this change in mood exacerbates your own personal worries. So in other words, if you're constantly getting bad news and you're hearing all the bad things, then even your own personal worries, things you're worried about, seem bigger. They seem bigger. So turn off the news. Turn it off and don't have it on your social media sites as well. Speaking of social media sites, that brings us to question number 10. I only made positive social media posts. This is really important. There is so much negativity out there. Stop complaining. Stop complaining. It's not going to change anything or do anything. We're doing what we're doing because it's important. We need to help save lives. That's why we're doing this. Complaining about it right now ain't doing anybody any good. If you're going to complain and you want to complain about the government reaction or whatever, wait till this is over, please. I am so sick and tired of I am now starting to mute people who are doing nothing but complaining on social media. I can't take it anymore. I just can't. I know you probably feel the same way. So when you're making a social media post, try and be positive in whatever you're saying. If you and I'm leaving this to Thumper. Remember Thumper from Bambi? If you can't say something nice, don't say nothing at all. It is so true. Very wise words from the bunny from Bambi. Here's your next question, number 11. I laughed today. Did you laugh today at something? Give yourselves reason to laugh. Why? Laughter enhances intake of oxygen. It stimulates your heart and your lungs, relieves stress response, improves immune system and mood. So laughter, what was that saying? Laughter is the best medicine. It really has been proven in many, many studies that if your mood is depressive, and I don't mean depression and anxiety, I mean if you're kind of depressed or sad, it has been proven that your immune system becomes somewhat compromised as well. You eat better, the food works better, the exercise works better, you have a better outlook on life, you have better sleeps. If you remain positive, and being positive is laughter. Laughter. So find things to laugh about. We should, watch Caddyshack. I am watching Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Coincidentally, they just dropped season 6, I think, yesterday on Netflix. If you have not watched Brooklyn Nine-Nine, it will have you laughing solid for each episode, during each episode. What are the other shows that will have you laughing all the time? Fantastic. A lot of comments. I'm sorry I'm not getting into the comments. I tell you what, near to the end of the broadcast, I'll get to a lot more of the comments. Some people can laugh easily, some can't. I can't laugh easily. I never could. Mike, I don't believe that for a second about you. Mike is full of life. Now, I think he's probably more laughing on the inside. I laughed at our 5-year-old granddaughter's silly posts on Messenger and our puppy. Kids will make you laugh. Dogs will make, pets will make you laugh. Sure did. Grandchildren always make me laugh. Well, everyone's talking about their grandkids, right? We need you back on the air, Kevin. You are a happiness leader. Oh, Kim. I hope to be back on the air at some point, somewhere, sometime soon. My husband makes me laugh all the time. Sharon, is that a good thing or a bad thing? I don't know what you mean by that. I hope it's a good thing. I'll take it as that. Moving on. Question number 12. I helped someone today. Remember we talked last week about mental health, stress, anxiety, and that one sure way to help you with your anxiety is to take control of things you can control. So if you can't do anything about the isolation, you can't do anything about other people getting sick in some cases, other than staying isolated, what can you control? And one of the things you can control is by helping people. Is someone depressed? Is someone isolated? Is someone having a hard time? Then check in with them. Check in with them regularly. My good friend Cynthia Bond, who I've known for years, she is a lovely lady, and she is constantly on the lookout for how she can help people. I want to give a shout out to Cynthia because I love that woman. And she's always looking for helpers. Helpers. Anybody know what quote I'm going to use right now? That's right. Mr. Rogers. Look for the helpers. You will always find people who are helping. So Mr. Rogers is quoted as saying this. He actually said his mother had said it to him, that in times of disaster and in times of hard times, always look to the helpers. And it doesn't seem so bad anymore. So are you one of the helpers? You can help your family, or you can help by donating to a GoFundMe campaign, or by simply waving to someone out the window, checking in on a neighbor who maybe no one talks to. Why not? Are you a helper? Are you helping? Next question, number 13, lucky question 13. I practiced safe social distancing today. I really hope everyone puts 5 down for this one. On a scale of 1 to 5, I strongly agree. I practiced safe social distancing today. It is getting really bad to go out and seeing people gathered together who don't live in the same household, who are in cars together, visiting each other, things like that. No, we have to remain in our own family units and our unit and where we are in our household. We have to remain with those people for now. So practice safe social distancing. We know how important it is. Let's go back to Eldridge Cleaver. He was an activist for black rights in the 60s. And this is where this saying came from, by the way. You're either part of the solution or the problem. The actual quote is, there is no more neutrality in the world. You either have to be part of the solution or you're going to be a part of the problem. Are you a part of the solution or a part of the problem? I hope you're a part of the solution. Question number 14 in this isolation checkup, or ICU. I did something nice for myself today. How would this help with social distancing and isolation? You know why it helps? It helps because you need to take care of yourself too. And especially for parents who are always worried about their kids, you have to worry about yourself. They always teach you in first aid, don't even think of helping someone else if you're putting yourself in danger and you can't take care of yourself, because you're not going to be any good to anybody. So help yourself. Do something nice for yourself every day. Do something nice for yourself every day. I don't know what that could be. Only you would know what that could be. The happiest people go out of their way to treat themselves right and do something nice for themselves every day. And it really does make you happier. Heck, It could just simply be, okay, yeah, I'm going to have a bad snack now. Okay, I can do something nice, or I'm going to have a nice warm hot bath, or I'm going to do a facial mask. What do they call it? Mud mask or whatever. Whatever you can do for yourself. On to question number 15. Remember, there are 20 questions we're going through. How's your score going so far? And I just, look at that. Force of habit. I just itched my infected eye. So I can't touch anything right now. I took a shower, bath, brushed my teeth, etc. today. So I have, I'm talking about routine here. I'm talking about, there we go. Thank you for the, there we are. All right. Now this will keep my hands out of my eyes now. Thank you, Parker. Oh, wow, that's strong. I took a shower, bath, brushed my teeth, etc. There's that, you wake up sometimes on a weekend especially, and I don't brush my teeth today, or I didn't take a shower. You have to deal with it every day. When we go to work, we go to school, it forces us, right, to get ready in the morning. Well, you still should get ready in the morning. It goes back to getting out of your pajamas. It goes back to getting out of your pajamas and attacking the day. So in the morning, try and keep your morning routine. A daily routine helps us feel more in control. Blurted out as a mental health website. We talked again about control. What can I control? You know what I can control? I can control that I brushed my teeth and I flossed them. I can control I took a shower and I shaved. I can control that. So try and keep those routines going. Routine is very important. You know what else is very important? And that's going to be your next question. Did you meditate? Or at least take 20 minutes to yourself today to be in the moment, even if you didn't meditate. Did you just simply stare out the window at the sky? Did you sit in a room and just think, breathe? You need that time for yourself every day. Close the door. Put a sign on the door. Leave me alone for 20 minutes. Just ground yourself. Don't worry about anything. Don't stress about anything. That's not what the time is for. It's very, very important. And we're going to be talking about meditation later on this week as well. I'm going to have someone in who is going to, through Skype, who is going to help us meditate. Meditation increases resiliency to stress. It improves mental health, positive impact on relationships, and good for your physical health. Faye says she prays, and prayer essentially is meditation. That's what that is. I listen to relaxing music, and that's great. When you listen to relaxing music, you ever notice when you're just listening to some relaxing music that your thoughts tend to be more positive. You get away from that stress and that anxiety. Alexa, play some relaxing music. That's what Alexa's so great.
Stress relief from Spotify.
So maybe I turned on relaxing music for everybody out there as well. Alexa, volume 2. I'll just keep it on in the background. There we go. Thank you. Sitting in the sun recharges me most definitely. When that sunshine comes out, you can feel that recharging you. Next question. Now, there are 20 questions. We're on 17 right now. I had a healthy dinner. I'm planning a healthy dinner. I have a healthy dinner every night. So can you say, yes, I strongly agree with that? I hope you can. The food, the snacks, everything is important. You notice there's a few questions on here about your eating. Healthy eating combats disease and improves mood. Don't we want to combat disease right now? We're so worried. If you're walking around with a face mask or just worried about distancing yourself, and yet you're not taking care of your body, you're not taking care of yourself, boy, that's kind of a conflict, isn't it? It's just doesn't seem to make any sense. So take care of that. We're going to be cooking later on this week. Joy McCarthy from the Joyful Cooking is going to be joining us later on this week. Dana says, stress of the moment sometimes makes me cave to pressure of eating out, not eating healthy like it should. Yeah, we can let our stress get away from us. And that's where we have to take that second thought and stop. Am I just eating this because I'm stressed and I'm just stress eating? Yes, someone's saying if red meat is healthy, then yes, we ate it healthy. Yeah, red meat gets a bad name. Too much red meat, not good for you. But red meat in moderation does have essential vitamins and iron and is part of a healthy diet, can be part of a healthy diet for some people. Not for all, yes, I know. But for a lot of people, red meat is okay, but in moderation. In moderation. All right, question number 18. I have made some plans for the next few days. I'm thinking about what I'm going to do. What task am I going to do on Tuesday? What should I get done on Wednesday? I should call such and such a person and such a person tomorrow. Make some plans. Don't just get up in the morning and not have anything to do. That's fine for a vacation. It's fine for a weekend. We're not on vacation right now. We're not on a weekend. It can get very boring very fast. What happens when it gets boring? When you get bored, you get stressed. You start thinking about anxious thoughts. So making plans. Setting long-term goals gives you a purpose to jump out of bed in the morning. You feel more energized. For sure. Nothing worse than lying in bed, and I know that, speaking from experience, stress and anxiety, and someone who has depression, there's nothing worse than opening your eyes and not wanting, in fact, not being able to get out of bed. So give yourself something to look forward to, something to do, a task that has to be done. Oh, you're not going to like me for this one. I need you to limit your screen time, especially before bed, not just before bed, but even during the day. Even during the day, you need to limit that screen time, especially before bed. We're going to talk about that with question number 20 in just a moment. But too much screen time is linked to poor sleep, greater risk of obesity. No more than 1 or 2 hours a day is recommended. No more than 2 hours a day is recommended. And finally, question number 20, then you can add up your score. I prepared for a good sleep. Not just right now, but what are you doing an hour before bed? What are you doing 3 hours before bed? What are you doing? That was one of the reasons, right, that you made your bed. That was question number 1. I made my bed. One of the reasons is it's great to get into a made bed. So right there, you're planning ahead. Sleep is so important. Tomorrow, by the way, Alana from the Good Night Sleep site will be with us via Skype. She is going to have so many good recommendations for preparing your bedroom, for getting a good sleep, how to get the best sleep, how even to combat nightmares. I know a lot of you were telling me yesterday, it surprised me that a lot of you are having nightmares with COVID. So we're going to talk about that tomorrow. I hope you can join us for tomorrow. So declutter your room. Now, blue light, so anything that emits the blue light. So we're talking about the computers, television, your phones, can actually stop your body from producing melatonin. We know how important melatonin is for sleep. The cooler is better in your room. So turn the furnace down at night, open a window, just have some nice warm blankets, and darken the room. For me, I prefer to sleep with the windows open or curtains open because I like to wake up when the sun wakes up. So when it comes up, it sort of wakes me up naturally. I do like that. So, but decluttering your room. Why do you want to do that? You want to declutter your room because it declutters your mind. It makes you more comfortable. If you have a messy room and a messy bed, you keep thinking about it and looking at it and saying, "Oh, I should clean that up." And it just adds to your anxiety. So this is all great stuff. People sometimes will spray that linen spray as well. There's all sorts of herbs and oils that you can use as well for a better sleep. Getting into a habit and getting into a routine. And we're going to talk about that tomorrow. Proper habit, proper routine when it comes to sleeping. So add up your scores right now, and it'll be out of 100. And then we're going to take a look at the scores in just a moment and what they mean. So add up your scores. Hopefully everybody got 5s on most of them. Remember, it's a very scientific study. I just want you to know that. I want to take this time as well to remind you can get in touch with me at my email address, which is firstaidforyourmentalhealth@gmail.com. firstaidforyourmentalhealth@gmail.com. And if you've missed any episodes, they're on YouTube, on my YouTube channel, youtube.com/Kevin Frankish channel. All right, what did we have in our scores? Let's take a 92, Ethel. Yes. Marie says I scored a 60, 48 for Chris, 66 for Susan. Okay, here is what the scores are saying about you. If you scored between an 80 to 100, your healthy attitude is going to help you and others get through this. And it's others as well, right? You're setting an example for your kids and other people in your household. So that healthy attitude will help. If you score between 70 to 80, you're doing well. Now try to improve your score. You're going to feel even better. And I'm going to put the questions out on my Instagram and on my Facebook and Twitter as well. Your mental health depends on you improving your score if you got between 50 and 70. Your well-being depends on it as well. And if you scored below 50, I know it's tough. At least try to check off a few more things. So take a look at some of those things. If you could incorporate 1, 2, maybe 3 of those more of those things today and tomorrow, you'll be that much better for it. So once again, I'm going to put that whole test out later on. And I hope it helps you, because that's what this show is about. It's about positivity. It is about being positive and trying to do the best and getting through this the best we can. We're all in this together. Okay, I scored a 91, says Diane. 69 for Kelly. Kelly, you got some work to do. That's okay, though. That's all right. Now you know what you have to do. Better bedtime, better eating habits, exercising, things like this. It will make a difference. Catherine says, makes sense. Oh, wow. Okay. Second time in my life, I scored a 95, says Turk. I love the fact some people are scoring in the 90s. Good for you. Good for you. Let me see what else we have. I just want to go back here. 79 out of 100. So, by the way, tomorrow we're going to start learning stuff, folks. Every broadcast, there's going to be one thing new to learn every day, and hopefully it'll help you out as well. However, the rest of the scores to everybody. I post pics of my puppies, says Donna. I share funny jokes or stories, says Kathy. Thank you. And we're talking about social media posts. I post pictures of my cat. Heather, stop that. Stop it. No more cat pictures. I kid. I'm kidding. No, please post as many pictures of cats as well. The movie Robin Williams, where he's about the doctor. We were talking about funny movies. What is the name of that one? Someone help me. Yes, The Office. Someone was suggesting that. Nathaniel says hi. Coffee in the evening. Okay. I've heard mixed reviews on coffee in the evening. You know what? A nice herbal tea is probably better. The caffeine doesn't do well for you. I can have coffee in the evening. Caffeine doesn't keep me awake. It's probably still not good for me. And I believe it has something to do with it. It can hurt your melatonin levels as well. Patch Adams. Thank you, Meredith. Patch Adams. And I will be posting that quiz, Teresa. I'm going to be posting that. The Pursuit of Happiness. Which one was that? I can't. Did I watch that one? Is that a chick flick? Pursuit of Happiness? I can't remember. Patch Adams, thank you very much for that. As I'd mentioned, Brooklyn Nine-Nine is a good thing to get you laughing if you want to laugh. Yeah, no coffee. Yeah, it is a Will Smith. Thank you, Nathaniel, for that, and Parker. Okay, so tomorrow, 7 o'clock, be here. We're going to be talking about sleep, everything sleep. In fact, if you want to send me any of your questions or even any of your ideas, listen, I'm not an expert. Even our experts can always use more input. What do you do for sleeping? What works for you? What helps you go to sleep? Listening to stories. A lot of people listen to stories in their ear. What helps you go to sleep? What works for you? What questions do you have? If you have any questions, you can tweet them to me, you can send them on Facebook, or you can email them to me. There you go. First aid for your mental health firstaidforyourmentalhealth@gmail.com. firstaidforyourmentalhealth@gmail.com. So thank you very much to everyone. Kevin, I work in a hardware store, and I still have to go into work. Been paranoid about the virus. Also suffer from depression and anxiety. And for everybody who goes to work, thank you for doing that. Nathaniel, you need to take care of yourself. Take care of yourself. And we need to take care of Nathaniel. If you're sick, don't go out. If you've been with someone who's sick, don't go out. If you've been traveling out of the province in the last, if you've just come back from traveling out of the province, don't go out. Don't even go get your groceries. Order them. We're taking care of people like Nathaniel. We're taking care of the people who work at our grocery stores. We're taking care of our health workers. That's who we're taking care of. So please don't take chances. Don't say, I don't feel sick. A huge number of carriers of COVID-19 either never experience any symptoms or they have very mild symptoms that don't require any medical treatment at all. That doesn't matter because you can still spread it to someone who could possibly die from it. So stop saying, I don't feel bad so I can go out, or I think it's ridiculous that we are self-isolating. No, it's not. You feeling good can actually be responsible for the death of someone if you're not willing to socially isolate. So thank you very much for joining me. Had a great time talking with you. This is what's keeping me going, is talking with all of you every night. And I know that it can be 1,000 people, 10,000, whatever. I don't care if it's 2 people. As long as I get a chance to talk with you every night, this helps me with my depression and my anxiety. It gives me something to look forward to. And as usual, if you have any suggestions for what you'd like to see on the show, heck, if you want to be a guest for some reason, tell me why. firstaidforyourmentalhealth@gmail.com. Everybody, take care of yourself and take care of each other. We'll see you tomorrow night.
COVID-19, why you do this to me? I really don't like being stuck in quarantine. I have no toilet paper, I don't even have a snack. Hey, coronavirus, I want my life back. Well, hey, coronavirus, I want my life back. Well,